All right. Hey guys. Welcome to our new coach call for April. I'm just going to finish getting set up here while we wait for everyone to join. Okay. All right, I am so excited to talk to you today about getting started right. It's super important to take the time to go through our Believe Empire New Coach Handbook. If you're in my downline or you're not, you know that we have handbooks for everything. Our team is all about having the tools right there for us, so that way we can all just get started really fast and dive into meeting our goals and helping others meet their goals. So everything's there for you to get started. But this call is our opportunity kind of just to chat and for me to kind of talk you through some of the basic things and give you some ideas of where to get going, because I know sometimes it can be pretty overwhelming as a new coach to know where to find the information, know where to start, how to start, what to do. So I like to kind of start here, and then from here with new coaches, break it down by doing one-on-one calls and stuff like that as coaches start to dive into the information themselves. So I like to start here. So I'm going to actually screen share. The slides are posted in my big team page, so in Kelsey's big team page. So you can go there and see the slides nice and close if you would like. So that way they're nice and clear for you. That would be my advice, because they don't always come up nice and clear in this program. So, all right, I'm going to press present. All right. Okay. All right. Well, first of all, welcome to the Believe Empire New Coach call. This is our chance to just dive into the basics, talk about where to start, where to go from there, and kind of the information. So I'm going to try to keep it to 30 minutes. It might go a little over because there's quite a few slides here. And then at the end, if you have any questions, feel free to comment in the comment box. At the end of the slideshow, I'll go back and I'll look at all of the comments and see where we're at. And just make sure that all of your questions are answered, or if not, you can post your questions into the big Kelsey's big team page, or else into Growing Emeralds, wherever you prefer. Underneath, you can start a comment thread in the Growing Emeralds, or you can comment below where I posted this video into the big group. All right, so welcome to the team and to the new coach call. I wanted to start off by this. So this picture is actually a bunch of coaches at the January Super Sunday event in Regina. And I love this picture. We had a huge representation from our team actually at the Super Sunday in January. And actually in the April Super Sunday, we actually had the most coaches represented from one team at Super Sunday. So our team's growing and really go-getters. They're out there. They're excited to be a part of it. So it's kind of fun to see that we're really growing and showing up at these events. So a coach is a person that believes in inspiring, motivating, supporting, and uplifting others around them. That is my personal belief when it comes to coaching. I believe that it's super important to know that as a coach, you're not out there to sell. You're not a distributor. You're not someone that's trying to push product onto anyone. Nothing like that. Your goal as a coach is to help people. And by helping people, yes, you'll build a business. Yes, you'll earn an income. But when it comes down to it, we're here to help others feel good. We're here to help others be able to do the things that we're doing, because we got to where we are because of support in our life, whether it was from a challenge group, a friend, a family, your coach, whoever. But you have that support system, and it's so important that every single person knows they have that person there for them to help them start their journey and start working towards their goals, whether it is in fitness or as a business person or being able to have some extra cash to be able to pay some bills, whatever it might be. We're there to inspire, motivate, and support them. All right. So the first steps as a new coach, here's kind of the breakdown of it. So the first is announce that you are a coach. Number 2 is just get started. We're going to actually dive into these more in depth. So don't worry, I'll break these down after. Then we're going to dive into the 3 vital behaviors, which has actually recently turned into the 4 vital behaviors. And then about posting and sharing your journey and how success leaves clues and learning how to say things so that way you can connect with people, how to hit Success Club and why it's important, your goals for your first 30 days as a coach, how to track your business, and act as if you're already successful is so important, because if you aren't confident in yourself, it's hard for others to be confident that you're the right person to join in a challenge group or as a coach or anything like that. So it's really important that even if you are, not sure about something, don't ever let that be the portrayal to the other people, because chances are you know way more than you actually think you know. So you just need to believe in yourself and act as if you're already successful. Being a go-getter and how to seek information and find things in our group. So we're going to break it down. So that's kind of the gist of what we're going to cover in the next 30 minutes. All right, so number 1 is announce that you are a coach. And again, these slides are already posted in the group, so you can look at them in more detail so you can see my tips. But the biggest thing when you become a new coach is you need to tell people that you're a coach. Don't be afraid of this. Don't think, oh, what is my friend going to think or my family going to think that I'm doing this? You're not a distributor. You're not going to be spamming people's news feeds. You're not going to be spamming people with sales and all that stuff. That's not what we do, and that's not what our team does. So when you're saying you're a coach, you're saying, hey, I've had this amazing experience. I feel good. I have more confidence. I feel more energized. I'm proud of my health. I'm working towards what every person deserves, and that's being healthy. And I want to share that with the people I care about. So I'm a coach. So you need to be really, really bold with that. You need to really tell people and be proud of it. So that's the first thing you want to do. If you haven't done this yet, even if you've been a coach for a month, do it now. It is so important. A lot of coaches will do, announcements, welcomes, like, hey, so-and-so is a coach, and that's awesome, and that helps, but you still need to do that yourself. You still need to say, hey, guys, like, this is what I'm doing, this is my journey, this is my story, and I want to help you. So that is the number 1 thing you need to do. My tips are, you need to share pictures of you. So you don't want to take some picture that you found on Google. You need to be using pictures of you, because your friends and family or your new followers that you're adding as new friends, they want to see your face because they want to get to know you. So that's super important. Share those pictures of you in your life. Share that you are now a health and wellness coach, because people want to know what you're doing. A lot of people will see that, so-and-so is a Beachbody coach. Awesome. But what does that mean, right? How many times have I seen someone post that they're working for this company or they're this or that? But I don't know what that means, because I don't live in their world. And most people in your world don't really know what Beachbody is. They might have heard of it because it's becoming a more of a household name, and it's going to become more and more of one in the next several months. You'll see a lot of big changes are coming. But people don't really know what it is, and they can be sometimes misled by having a coach that maybe was misguided and wasn't doing things a proper way, and someone might have a bad taste in their mouth or have the wrong opinion, or just have a misguided view of what it is. So you need to be really bold with it. So when I tell people, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, and I'm like, you probably don't know what that is, but basically I'm a health and wellness coach. I believe in helping others live life as healthy as they can, and supporting them in that, and being there for them and helping them get started whatever way it works best for them. So I always tell people that, because they don't always know what that means. And I always tell them, yeah, I use social media to be able to interact, support people, but social media is just the way I interact. It's not actually what coaching is. Coaching is so much more than that. It's about impacting lives and making those connections and being there for people and being healthy and working towards having that lifetime health and wellness. So lots of people just don't know the whole picture. So it's super important to really dive into that. And if you're still learning that big picture, it's okay. Reach out to your upline coach or post into the Growing Emeralds group or into our big team page and say, hey, I don't even know what I really am. I don't know how to explain it. That's okay. We'll talk about it. All right. My number 3 tip is just be you. Don't compare yourself to another coach. Don't worry about how they're posting, what their pictures look like. Share your life. Share what you are now, what your life is like now. Talk about your dreams and your goals, and just be boldly you. Don't hold back. So that was my number 3 goal. That is probably the biggest goal or biggest tip that I possibly could share with you ever. I made so many mistakes as a coach when I first started, and to be totally honest, probably for the first year and a half, because I wasn't me. I didn't always just share me. I was always comparing myself to others. So you really want to just be you. Share how you would speak. Post the things that you care about. Take pictures of the things you care about. Share the things that you love to do, and don't worry about how others are going to perceive those posts, because you want to be you. You're going to connect with people just like you. And if people don't connect with you, that's okay. We're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but we want to really connect with those people that are just like us and that want to make those genuine changes to their life. All right. The next is kind of an example. So I do even now, I announce that I'm a coach constantly because so many people are becoming my new friends on Facebook because I'm going out there and engaging with new people, and they don't know that I'm a coach. They see that I'm working out or they see that I'm eating healthy. They'll see my posts about my life, but they don't know what I am. So I think it's so important to constantly be really sharing your journey and share that you're a coach and share that you have challenge groups and share how you got started. You'll see so many top coaches refer back to 2.5 years ago when I started as a coach, 2 years ago when I made the decision to become a coach. They constantly are resharing that announcement that they were when they started as a coach, because it's so important to let those new people get to know you and understand why you're a coach. So I like to use pictures. I change them up. I do transformations. I do pictures of me flexing. I do pictures of me sitting on my deck, all kinds of things. And then I just share how I got started, or I make reference to how I got started. And then I start putting in my story. So when you announce yourself as a coach, just share your story. Why did you become a coach? What did you do before? Are you a new coach just starting as a new challenger? Just share genuinely what you do. There's no fancy way of writing it or any certain thing you need to say. You just need to be honest and just be you. All right, so this is a journey. All right, your transformation is going to be all over the place. I've had crazy awesome transformations. I lost 50 pounds. I had great results. And then I went through some struggles where I gained some weight. I was going through some personal things, and now I'm kind of back on that journey, back to trying to get back to having abs and back to getting into the best shape of my life. And that's okay. I'm a human. I'm real. I'm going to have those challenges in my life. I'm going to have different things that come up when I have kids, and, as different times of life come into play where maybe your health will change, your hormones and all those things. So my journey is forever. So this isn't something I'm just doing now. I'm going to go for the abs and assume I'm going to have them forever. I know there's going to be moments in my life where I'm going to be working on that transformation, getting back to that body, right? And you don't need to have abs to be a coach. You just need to be real, and you just need to be you. But sharing that journey, sharing how you're feeling, how you're doing, your ups, your downs, where you're at, that's what's important, because people will relate to you. They'll say, you know what, if she can do it or he can do it, so can I. And that's where I really say, when it comes to being you, just be honest and be real. So today when I was sharing about my weekend, in my challenge group, I said, hey, you know what, I'm still on this wagon. I'm still working out, drinking my shakes, doing my thing, but I had some cookies. I had some pierogies. I had some slip-ups. Does that mean I failed? No. Does that mean I hit a bump in my road? Yes. But it doesn't mean that I'm not going to be able to reach my goals. And it doesn't mean that I, am never going to be able to reach, having abs. It's a journey, and I have to stay focused. So for me, what I have found is when I'm really honest and I share that journey and I share pictures, that's when I sell challenge packs, because that's when I'm connecting with people and people can relate to me and we get those conversations going. I find out their goals, I get to know them. And then they say, hey, if you can do it, so can I. And that's when they join a challenge group. So that's really important. And I keep thinking back. There was a coach that said to me, what made you want to become a challenger? What made you want to become a coach? Whatever post it was that attracted you, make sure you're doing those, because you want to attract people just like you. So if it caught your eye then, you want it to catch people's eye like you. So I always share my transformations because that really grabbed my attention when it came to my coach. So I always do that. Now, you probably are thinking, I don't want to share pictures of myself in a bikini. By no means do you have to do that. You don't even have to do it in a sports bra. I personally do, because I talk a lot about loving your body and loving yourself. So even if I have cellulite, stretch marks, whatever, I'm always going to share that, because for me, that was a really big thing I had to come over. My mindset had to shift, and that's what I like to talk about. Lots of coaches, though, do their pictures in shorts and a t-shirt, and sometimes they'll lift up their shirts to show their belly. You know, you can do that kind of stuff. Or maybe you want to keep, your shirt down. That's okay. Just show your transformation in your clothes. Talk about how you feel. Talk about what changes. You can show your arms. You can do transformations with your face, your shoulders, your legs, all kinds of things. So just know that there's a 1,000 different ways of doing this. One way isn't the right way. Do whatever way works best for you. All right, so we're going to dive into the 3 vital behaviors, and I'll actually add on the real 4th one, and the one that I consider to be my secret weapon, number 4. So there's invite, which is actually also the same as attract, connect, and then invite. So we'll dive into that a little bit better. I'll explain that right away. The second is be proof of the product. The third is personal development. And number 4 now is recognize. And then mine is be you. So those are kind of the main things that the actual company itself focuses on when it comes to helping coaches get going. And so invite is the same thing as attract, connect, and invite. So attracting someone is being able to connect with people by, sharing your journey, making people feel like they can relate to you, being able to be just really honest and real and out there in the public, letting people know that you're doing this and that they're there for them. That's attracting. When you go out and add friends on Facebook, you want to have posts and pictures that they look at when they go to add you and they are attracted to you. They want to see what you have to offer. They want to see, why is this crazy person adding me, and why are they so dang happy and positive? Like, what is it about their life that makes them that way? So that's a part of attracting them. Connecting comes with having posts that really engage people, add value, make people feel good, make people feel positive about life and that they can do those things too. That's connecting. And the other side of connecting is having those relationships and being interested in others more than being interesting. So really connect on other people's Facebooks so you can start to build those relationships and then eventually start having conversations with them. And then you can get to the point of physically inviting them to join you. Now these here are kind of the do's and the don'ts of inviting. So this one I really want to stress to you as a new coach. Use pictures of you. If you want to add words to your photos, that's awesome. I did do a lot of that when I first started, but I do less and less of the words. I do find that for myself, I actually attract a market more. So when I am not putting words onto my photos, but I do use them every now and then to kind of grab people's attention. So they're kind of like my right hook. So if you kind of do your jab, then your right hook, that's kind of like making your post, sharing what you're doing, and then having that right hook that kind of grabs their attention last minute and makes them want to reach out to you. So that's really important. So you'll see those examples on the left-hand side of this slide are just pictures that you'll see on my social media itself that I personally use. So these are pictures of me, things that relate with other people, and are just really real and genuine because they're actual people and they can connect to them. On the right-hand side, there are pictures of things that I actually Computer decided to die on me. So I'm gonna quickly screen share. Sorry. All right. We'll dive into this. Okay, so you'll see on the right hand side, these are just stock images that actually just came off of Google. That's what you don't want to do, because you're not here to distribute. You're not here to sell a product. You're here to connect with people, and you're here to make a difference, and you're here to truly get involved in someone's life to the point where you can call them your friend, and you can call them someone that you rely on, and someone that you support and uplift and all that. So putting a photo of the product off of Google isn't going to connect with someone. It's not going to make someone believe in you and trust in you and want to get to know you. You want people to want to get to know you. Essentially, when it comes to coaching, you are almost selling yourself, not the product. People are joining you because they trust you and they see that you're doing it and they believe in you. Anybody could go onto the internet and type in 21 Day Fix and get taken to the 21 Day Fix site and buy the program and do it on their own. But the reason they're interested in it and the reason they believe that they can do it is because they believe in you. That's the secret to this business. They believe in you so much that they believe in themselves. So it's really important to do that. The second image on the right is a photo, and it says 5 days to join. That's awesome, and that works for me sometimes, but it doesn't connect with people. So you need to make sure, if you're making images like that, that it's not every photo, that it's something you might do here and there, because it's not going to connect with people, and people aren't seeing you, so they're not going to have that trust factor. All right, so now private invites. So those last ones were public ones that you would post onto your social media. The private invite is so powerful. This is where you introduce yourself, you make a connection, you get to know them, you get to know their goals, you get to know why they'd be interested, and then you would invite them to join your next challenge group. Okay, if they say no, that's okay. In fact, I heard Carly DiCarlo, she was a top 10 coach in 2014, I believe it was. And she started off January as a diamond coach, and by the end of the year, she was in the top 10. And she said, your no's are your follow-up list. Those are the people that just aren't ready, but that is your best list of people to join you in the future, because they're interested, but they're just not ready for you. They're not ready for that journey. So you need to become friends with them. You need to show them that you're a real person and that you're not just there to take your money. You truly care about them and you want to be there for them, because that's the truth. And so that's super important. So if you get a no, don't think that you should never reach out to that person again, or you should stop talking to them. That's not the case at all. That's when you talk to them more. Get to know them, get to know what they're doing, why they said no. The no might be some completely different reason. So make sure you take the time to get to know that. All right, so at the beginning there, I said that I do an introduction message. So I actually introduce myself to every person I add on Facebook, because a lot of people will see that you add them and it's like, why is this person adding me? And I want them to know straight up right away who I am and what my story is. Every coach does this different. So it's totally up to you how you want to run your business and how you want to connect with people. Some people are straight up and say, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach. I run challenge groups. I share about fitness. I'm all about that and helping people get started. If you ever want to get started, join, just let me know. They're really, really straight up. Okay, some people are really into the fitness. For me, fitness is something that gives me my health. It makes me feel good, gives me more energy. It helps me be healthy for my future as a future mom, all those things. So it's important to me, but it's not why I do this. For me, it's about the mental side of it. It's about the mental health and the emotional health that I personally really struggle with, because when my mental and emotional health are out of whack, I lose my control of my physical health. So it's really, really important to me that people know my story and really understand why this is so important to me. So I share my story when I invite them, because I want them to know who I am and where I'm coming from, and that there's nothing for me to hide, that, I'm not there for anything other than just to inspire. So I always make sure that my message portrays how I like to run my business and how I portray the business from my perspective. Everyone does it different. Some people are really fitness oriented. Some people are really emotionally oriented. Some people are really business oriented. Whatever it might be, everyone's different. So for me, this message works for me. So again, if you want, you can look at this closer. And I also have this example, I believe, in the new Coach Handbook. All right, so the next proof of 3 vital behavior is actually number 2, proof of the product. So this is when you show yourself using the product. That's you working out, that's you having your shakes, talking about it, talking about loving the product, talking about the success with the product. That's not you holding up every CD and saying, look at what I bought. That's not it. You need to just talk about you actually using it. That is so important. I cannot tell you enough how important it is for you to share your journey and your experiences with it, because people want to know how you actually feel about it. Do you actually use it every day? Do you actually love it? You need to share those things. You need to explain why you love it, or maybe why you don't love it. Maybe there's a workout you really love and there's one you really don't love. Say, hey, I'm not a cardio fan. I don't really like Max 30. That's okay. It's not for you, but someone else might be like, I love cardio. Maybe I should ask her about that one. So you need to be really honest about it and say exactly, what you think, how you feel, what things are going on, and share those experiences. And share it in a positive way. I know when I did Max 30 for the first time, I literally thought I was going to die. My cardio is not good. My endurance is not good. And that's something I need to work on. So when I shared that, I shared about how, this workout is exactly what I need. I don't like cardio. This is a program I normally would completely stay away from. But because I know that's where I want to stay away from it, because I know that's where I'm weak in my fitness and my health. So I'm going to do it. That's exactly why I'm doing 22-minute hardcore right now. So make sure you share those things. Make sure you share those perspectives, and that you're really honest with people. So that way they can start to see how it could fit into their life. So being proof of the product doesn't just mean, having the transformation. It means talking about how those products are affecting you, how they make you feel, how the things you've noticed in yourself, maybe your energy, maybe your nails, your skin, whatever it might be, you need to share those things. Being proof of the product also actually includes being a coach. So if you want to become an Emerald coach, or you want to become a Diamond coach, or you're wanting to become a business building coach, you need to share how it is to be a coach. What do you do? What's it like? How does it fit into your life? What have you done? What's your future look like? Because you are a coach. So you're the product. You need to share what you do. So you'll see us talking about, today I did a call, or today I did this, or working on setting up my challenge groups and stuff like that, because people are watching you and they're wondering what the heck you actually do. Really, what does a coach do? And they want to know because they're curious. And that is a huge thing that lots of people miss out when they start focusing on being proof of the product. You need to share what you do. So that's really important as well. So don't forget that one. Lots of people do. So if you haven't been posting about what you actually do as a coach, don't worry. I didn't for a long time. And when I started to, that's when I hit Diamond. And that's when I hit 1 star. And now I'm going for 5 stars. So you need to really focus on that aspect of the business too, and making sure that you're really focusing on all of the aspects of becoming the proof of the product. Number 3, my favorite is personal development. I was one of those coaches that said to my coach, oh yeah, I'll do it. Yep, I'm going to do it. And every single day they would say, did you do your personal development today? And I would be like, yeah, I'm going tonight. And I wouldn't, because I honestly thought it was something for people that just needed help. And I didn't. I'm like, no, I got this. I'm figuring it out on my own. But that is so not true. Personal development, there's something for everyone, every aspect of your life. It's not just about business. It's not just about loving yourself or about life. There is personal development for pretty much any job, any situation, anything you can ever imagine. And these books or podcasts or YouTube videos or seminars you can go to are things that will, seriously, I'm being serious with you right now, will change your life. I am a completely different person when it comes to my mental and emotional state. I am way stronger. I'm way more confident. I know where I want to go in my life. I know all about me, how to handle relationships, everything. My ability to connect with people is so different because of these books I've read. It is so important to take the time to either listen to e-books of these or to read them. And I'm telling you, if you haven't started, I want you to start today. I want you to go into YouTube and type in any of these books. I think the first YouTube read aloud book I ever read or listened to, I guess, would be Eat That Frog. And I listened to it at work instead of the radio. I literally said to my boss, is it okay if I listen to this reading of a book instead of the radio? Because I know I work better with sound on, and I know we're allowed to listen to the radio, but I'd rather listen to this book while I work. And she said, yeah, no problem, you go for it. So that's really important, is find time to just listen to these things. I listen to them when I drive, I listen to them at work, I listen to them when I cook and clean, do laundry, all those times when you really aren't doing anything other with your mind, you're just kind of doing things, at your desk or whatever. Those are great times just to listen to these things and really start pouring into yourself. So for me, this really changed my relationships, my ability to connect with people, my ability to believe in myself. And then I started working my way into leadership books that would help me become a leader, build my business, become a stronger coach, become a better teacher. That's where I started to really dive into that part of it. So I still like to kind of switch back and forth to really still work on me and still work on my business at the same time. But right here are a collection of books I personally loved. They really, really have helped me, and I highly recommend them. If you are someone that has been really focusing on loving themselves, finding their confidence, believing themselves, start off with Gifts of Imperfection or Eat That Frog, The Compound Effect, Slight Edge, You Are a Badass, or 52 Ways to Live a Kick-Ass Life. Start there, okay? Then work your way into The Power of Vulnerability. Then go into the Laws of Leadership, and then go into becoming a person of influence as you start getting more confident in yourself and working towards building that business side of things and going for Emerald, because you really need to work on you and pour into you so you can pour into others. And then as you start pouring into others, you can start working on your leadership, your business side of things. So that's what I would really like you to focus on. Now, like I said, there's different ways of doing this. You can read books, listen to videos, or podcasts. There's a podcast called Entrepreneurs on Fire. It's unreal. The Shailene Show, so good. There's so many things out there for you to be able to dive into personal development. Just go out there and find things. One of the coaches a while ago said to me, when I was trying to find a book, she said, just go into Amazon and type in personal development, or how to become a better organized person, or how to use my time better, how to keep a cleaner house. And you will find personal development books on all those things with no problems at all. You'll have so many books you won't even know where to begin. Or just go down to chapters and just start walking around and just start looking at books. Something will speak to you, I promise you. All right, so that's here's just kind of a summary. So when it comes to that, I said personal development is books, listen to them, audiobooks, podcasts. The other thing to do, now it's personal development, it's also business development, is actually going onto YouTube and typing in absolutely any question you have when it comes to Beachbody. So challenge groups for Beachbody, how to become an Emerald coach, how to hit Success Club, how to build a team, how to connect with people on Facebook, all of those things. Throw in Beachbody in there, and coaches videos, training videos, my videos, your coach's videos will all start to pop up. So go through those. I listen to a video every single day. I do not miss a day. It is so important. I also actually have a list of coaches that I personally find that I connect with and have inspired me. And I don't follow them on Facebook because then it starts to kind of jam up my news feed and I can't see people I'm following trying to connect with, but I actively go and search out these people and kind of get inspiration and motivation from them. So I personally follow Amy Silverman, Lindsay Matway, Brittany Leggett, Katie Hefner, Bonnie Engel, Anita Myron, Rain O'Dell, Michael Folsom, Scotty Hobbs, Caleb Thomas, Melanie Nitro, Morgan Regar, Stephanie Davies. Those ones speak to me. Gina Hunter. There's so many out there that there's so many more than that. And I go out there and I kind of check them out. So I don't add them on Facebook anymore. I don't do any of that, but I'll go and look at their stuff here and there to really connect and become inspired and get new ideas. So that's part of personal development as well. The fourth one is recognize, recognize, recognize. And I actually don't have that in this slide, but recognize is so important. So if you have someone that you've been working with or, talking to one-on-one and they've been working on eating better, make sure you're recognizing their success. Make sure you're recognizing their hard work. Make sure when someone reaches out to you and says, hey, I did my workout today, get excited with them. Give them that recognition, give them that empowerment, and really make them feel good. And then as you have challenge groups, recognize them in your groups. Get excited with them, motivate them. And then when you are building a team, recognize your coaches that join them with you. Recognize their hard work. Recognize what they do. So that's the fourth one. It's super important. It we'll talk about more once you become an Emerald coach. All right, how to start posting on social media. First of all, be you. Write how you speak. Write about your thoughts, perspectives, and life. Dig deep. Do not hold back. Be genuinely you. And you need to add value by sharing ideas and asking questions. So, asking people what they like to eat on Sunday for breakfast with their family. Asking people what they think you should do with your hair. Asking people what outfit they like better. Asking people a deep question. Maybe it's something that you've been pondering or a perspective. Maybe you're a mom and you want to know what's the best something to get or buy or the best way of dealing with the situation. Start interacting with your people that follow you and get to know them by adding that value and giving them the opportunity to add value into your life. Next is share you 50% of the time, and the other 50% of the time, share your business and your fitness. So that means that 50% of the time you're sharing your life. So you'll see this weekend, I shared what I was doing. I was painting. That's all I was doing. I was painting. Okay. I was sharing my life. I was sharing what I was doing. I was sharing what colors. I was sharing what my house looks like. I was sharing it so people can get to know me and feel connected with me. Because I know I feel connected with people when I go and I see their kids and I see their houses and I see what they're doing for their family vacations. And it makes me feel like I can actually get to know them. So sometimes coaches can get really caught up in, I'm a coach, I need to be posting about fitness and my eating and my shakes. But people want to know you. They want to know who they're getting involved with and who they're joining. So you need to make sure you're doing that. And then you need to make sure that you're really just letting them get a sneak peek into who you are. And then the other 50% of the time, you can be sharing, your fitness, your business, your eating, your shakes, your challenge groups, all that stuff. But that's only 50% of your time. All right, so the do's and the don'ts. So I'm going to quickly go through this. Do use pictures of you, your home, and your life. Do share your interests. Do post about your life. Pick 2 filters. When you're using like Instagram or an app that has like filters, like a filter's like a black and white or a sepia, or there's so many different filters depending on what app you're using. You need to be using only 2 filters, okay? 2 filters. So that way when people are scrolling through your Facebook or your Instagram or whatever you're using, Snapchat, whatever, when they see your filter, they're going to start to associate that filter with you, and it's going to catch their eyes. So make sure you're using the same filters, the same colors, and you might go through phases where you eventually start using different filters, but be very consistent. I've been using the same filters now for 9 months, and I have people all the time say, I know it's your post before I even like really see that it's your post, because they always have the same vibes, the same look about them, and it starts to catch people's eyes, because people have to see things 11 to 40 times before they actually stop and look. So you want it to really grab their attention. Okay, find your groove by looking at things you buy, like on Pinterest, and post on Instagram, or the things that you like on Instagram, because whatever you're attracted to is part of your style. Start to take note. What colors do you like? What do you tend to, be drawn to? Is it like a, I don't know, like a luxury look? Is it kind of rustic? Is it, having those vibes? Figure out what your vibe is, and that's part of building your brand and being able to portray yourself as who you are, using your own interests and using the things that grab your attention, so that way you can grab people's interests that are just like you. That is so important. All right, so do share your transformations, do share your team, share about your team. So talk about your coaches, talk about the team you're on, talk about the people collaborating with you, talk about the people you're meeting because of it, and share about your challengers, how they're doing, that you're proud of them, all that kind of stuff. And do share that you're using what programs you're using and the products you're using. The things you don't want to do. You don't want to post pictures of the product from the internet. You don't want to post sale ever on anything. Like, you don't want to be like sale in big words or anything like that, because that's really tacky and it's going to give people the wrong vibe of you and what you're trying to do. Don't share other coaches' posts. So if you like something I make, don't press share. You want to take that picture and you can use it and say hey, my coach or this other coach posts this, and you can give them credit if you want, but don't ever share it. Make it your own. Write your own blurb that goes with it, because you need to be your own. This is your business. This is you connecting with people. They want to hear from you. And if you're sharing someone else's post, then you're really sharing that person, which means that those people are going to start being attracted to that person and probably will end up following them and wanting to join them instead of you. So share you, because you're wanting to promote yourself, not someone else. Be cautious with how many Pinterest quotes you use. I like to use one a day. I find that my niche, the age and the people I'm attracting, really like them, but I try to use them once a day, and I like to make sure that they're purposeful. So if it's a topic that I'm really focusing on talking about or getting across, I like to use quotes that are very specific to that. So they're very purposeful with what I'm trying to talk about that day. Don't use other coaches' pictures. Redo them. Okay, so if you see something that someone did, make it yourself. So take their idea and do it yourself. Put you in it, put your family in it, put your dog in it, put your cat in it, whatever it might be, do it yourself. If there's something that they use and you want to use it, you need to ask them first. That's part of being professional. Don't miss a date ever. Even if you're busy and it's 11 at night and you didn't post all day, post. If you ever come in that situation, post. You never want to go back and say you missed a day, because I'm going to tell you right now, when I go through coaches' Facebooks, people on our team that I'm watching and my coaches, I look, and if they are missing days or they go MIA, I'm going to say, number one, they're not serious. Number two, they're not doing the work to meet their goals. I know they have goals and they're not doing the work. Number three, if I was a challenger, I would start to think, okay, well, is this person serious? Is this person actually showing up every day? So you need to post and be consistent about it. That's super important. I learned that the hard way, and I don't want you to learn that the hard way, because it's really hard to come back from having some time off from it. The last thing is selfie 101. So there's this little picture here. It's kind of funny. But I want you to really take note of this. You want to make sure your pictures are nice and inviting. You want to smile, even if you don't like your teeth. You want to make sure that the camera is right. If you're showing you want the camera right at your face. If you're showing something on the floor or something, you're being silly, you might do something where you're looking up at the camera or something like that. But it's not very flattering. And you want to make sure that you're putting something that's going to grab someone's attention and make them stop, okay? And the thing with the teeth is, I'm self-conscious about my teeth. But when you smile every single time without showing your teeth, the number one thing someone's going to think is she insecure? Because you know, when you have your teeth, it's like you're not quite confident in yourself. You're not feeling good about something, and that can give the wrong message. And for myself, that's a big thing because I am super insecure about my teeth and about my smile. Super, super insecure about it. And for me, actually taking that advice from this other coach that said it, and I started purposely forcing myself to do the teeth thing, I actually no longer have a problem with my teeth, and I no longer am insecure about how much of my gums show or anything. So sometimes stepping outside of your own comfort zone and doing these things can actually really help you in the end. So I definitely say if you are not smiling with your teeth right now, just do it. You're beautiful the way you are, and we all love you the way you look, and we want to see you. All right, when should I share on Facebook? Absolutely right now. Don't hesitate. Even if you aren't really sure what the heck you're doing, just do it. I had no idea what I was doing when I first started. To be totally honest, I didn't even know what Beachbody was. I became a coach the day I became a challenger, and I started running my challenge groups 2 weeks later. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what everyone else was doing as a coach. I had no idea what coaching could do, how they became a company, nothing. But I knew that I wanted to be healthy. I knew I wanted to be consistent. And I knew if I was going to be consistent, I needed to hold myself to a higher accountability. And I might as well be helping people. All right. So this is something that another coach said that I absolutely love. Okay. She said, if you went to a new restaurant, would you want to tell anybody about it? Would you wait to tell them? No. Everybody goes to a restaurant, they have a meal, and they're like, wow, that was amazing. And the first thing they're going to do when they see a friend or talk to someone is say, oh, I went to blah, blah, blah restaurant, and it was so good, you should go there. Now, I want you to think about this. That person or yourself went into that restaurant, you tried something new, you had a good experience, and you wanted someone else to know that it was a great experience and they should try it too. They knew nothing about the menu. They knew nothing about how the kitchen ran. They knew nothing about the chef. They knew nothing about that company. But they knew that they had a good experience and they wanted others to have that experience too. So why is it that sometimes that we're afraid to start something new and share about it when we do it all the time? So I really want you to think about that. When you are hesitant to share something that you're really excited about and that's changing your life, why are you scared to share that? Why are you holding back? I want you to just be really real with yourself and say, if I'm having this great experience, I'm loving it, why would I want to keep that from anyone I love or someone that I'm friends with? Why wouldn't you want them to have that good experience too? By not sharing, it's kind of selfish if you think about it, because you want someone to feel as good as you if you care about them. So always share, okay? The last thing about the restaurant, which I also love, it says, is the waiter offended when you don't want coffee or dessert? Think about this. Every single time you go to a restaurant, every single waiter or waitress will ask you if you want more coffee, more to drink, or if you would like dessert after a meal. They're never afraid to get a no. It doesn't make or break their life. It doesn't make or break, their day. They're just offering because they know that it might be something you might want and might enjoy. When it comes to challenge groups or becoming a coach, don't be afraid to give that opportunity to someone. I know for myself, I was terrified to reach out to my coach and say, hey, I need help. I need to get started, because I was scared to admit that out loud. So you need to make sure that you're reaching out to people, because I would have started 3 months sooner if my coach would have messaged me first. Okay. Don't wait for those people to come to you. Be bold. Be the person that's going to be there and change someone's life. So that's a really important thing to think about when it comes to inviting, because lots of us will get nervous when it comes to inviting. Think about that when you do it. That's really helped me put my mind in perspective of inviting. Now, all you need to know is, it doesn't matter how you share. It doesn't matter how you write it. Just be positive, be supportive, be real. However you say it is okay. There's some examples on this slide of how you can start those conversations or talk about it, but just write whatever is best for you, okay? All right, so building trust comes down to posting consistently, being real in your posts, and building relationships. So like I said, being present on Facebook or Instagram or whatever you're using, Be you and be consistent. Show up every single day, even if it's at midnight, 1 in the morning, or whatever. Post about it. It doesn't matter how you do it. Get your face in there, get you in there, get your life in there, and that will build trust. It takes time and it takes consistency. Some people will watch you for 6 months, a year, 2 years before they join you, but it comes down to that consistency and being you. Now, the best thing you can do is go and find some coaches that speak to you. What I do is I always tell my coaches, for the first 2 months, go and follow some coaches, get some ideas, write them down. Whenever you see a post that you like, maybe save their picture, save how they wrote their post, save, I don't know, whatever. I'll screenshot things. And then after those 2 months, unfollow them all. Don't follow them anymore, because then they're going to start taking over your newsfeed. You're going to start comparing yourself. Get your inspiration, get your excitement, get your motion of becoming a coach from those that are successful already, because success leaves clues. What they're doing works. So you don't need to fix something that's not broken. Take what they do, take how they inspired you, and then just be you, and keep those things in mind. Keep those ideas in mind. So that's what I do, is I just take screenshots of things I like, and then when I'm, trying to get a point across, or I'm trying to do something, I think, okay, I go back and I look at that post and like, what about it grabbed my attention? What about it motivated me? What about it inspired me? And then all I do is I take that motivation and I make my own post. So that's super important. Watch what others do. Why are they successful? Take note, be critical, and really think about what they're doing that makes them, the top of the company, or being able to help people, and go from there. All right, Success Club. Success Club is how we actually kind of track how many lives we help. So getting someone set up with a challenge pack is the complete package. That is when they get the program, the Shakeology, and they get to join you in a challenge group. And that's everything they need to really be successful and go after their goals. So every challenge pack sold is actually recognized by 2 Success Club points by the company. And every month we aim to become a Success Club, or have Success Club 5. So that means having more than 5 Success Club points every month. So that's helping 3 challengers every month get a challenge pack. So that means you'll be at Success Club 6. And that means that you've hit Success Club. And that means that you've helped 3 people. And that means you can run a challenge group, because you'll have 3 people to do it with. So it is super, super important. It gives someone the chance to have the tools to be successful at reaching their health and wellness goals. It impacts lives. It will help you to move your business forward. It helps to build a team, because those people will go and have a great experience with you as a challenger, and then they'll want to join you and help more people. So this month you could help 3 people. Next month, 2 of those could become coaches, and now as a small team, they could each help 3 people. So now they're each helping 3. So that's 6 people plus your 3 people. Now 9 people are being helped because of you, because you were bold, and because you were stepping outside of your comfort zone and saying, this has helped me. This is changing my life. I'm going to change others' lives. So really, really focus on that. Challenge packs are also the best bang for their buck. It is, if they were to buy all those things separately that come in a challenge pack, it's usually anywhere from $80 to $120 more, depending on how they do it. So it's the best bang for their buck, and I always make sure that they know that when we are talking about price. So that's super important, and Success Club and challenge packs always lead to having coaches on your team. Success Club Starter. So when you're a brand new coach, you actually can earn Success Starter. So in the first month, if you hit Success Club 5 or higher, you earn a call from the CEO. In the second month, that means that you're almost there to Success Club Starter. And then in the third month, if you hit Success Club 5 or higher as well, you actually will earn your ticket to Summit. So the next Summit. So now if you were to earn your Success Club Starter, so for the next 3 months, if you were to hit Success Club 5 or higher, you'll actually earn your ticket to Summit for 2017, which is a value of $400. So huge opportunity, super exciting. It's so awesome to get on those calls with Carl, the CEO. It's super exciting to be able to go to Summit. So super big deal. Success Club starters earn 27% or 27 times more than other new coaches that are starting that don't hit Success Club. So it is such a focus. When I started as a coach, I knew it was non-negotiable. I have hit Success Club 5 every single month since I became a coach, and I will never not hit it, because that is something that I've made a non-negotiable. If I want to help people, I'm serious about it. My minimum is helping 3 people every single month. I do not waver from that, and I encourage all of you to have that same goal as well. A Success Club All-Star and an All-Star Legend. So actually, when you hit Success Club 5 or 10 for 12 months in a row, you actually get the title of a Success Club All-Star. If you hit Success Club 5 or 10 for 24 months in a row, you actually get the title of Success Club All-Star Legend. And with Legend, you actually also get the opportunity to sign up for Summit events sooner, to sign up for the Success Club cruises and trips sooner. There's so many perks to it, and you get that title, which is super exciting. Which leads into Success Club trips. So every year there's a Success Club trip. They only take anywhere from 5,000 to 8,000 people on them every year. They've been kind of changing things up so they can take more. But in 2014, actually, there was a cruise, a smaller cruise. 2015, they went to Moon Palace in Cancun, Mexico. In 2016, which was this year, and I just got back from that in March, was a cruise, the biggest cruise ship in the world. We went from Florida to Jamaica to the Bahamas. And 2017 is at Hard Rock in Punta Cana. So it's super exciting because there's all these opportunities. And they've actually changed the sign-up registration for the Success Club trip for 2017 and for 2018, the next one. Those happen in January. Now those with the highest Success Club points, and they have other criteria that they've changed, but people that are hitting Success Club actually are going to get to sign up for a challenge or for Success Club trips sooner. So it's super, super important that you're hitting Success Club and going for higher Success Club points so you can really get on these trips. All right, so goals in the first 30 days as a new coach. So first of all, announce that you're a coach. Begin posting, inviting, and reaching out to friends and family. Add 5 to 10 friends every single day. Invite to your challenge group. Invite your friends and family to join you as a coach so you can go Emerald right away. Join a training with your coach, so whether it's self-led, handbooks, support groups, make sure you're in those and actively participating. So if you're in Growing Emeralds with me, make sure you're asking questions, sharing things, and being active in the Monday call to actions. Make your own personally sponsored coaches page the minute you can. So even if you don't have a coach yet, ask your coach if you can add her or him so you can get it going. Start putting your resources in there so you have the things that you need for your new coaches as you go for Emerald, so that way you're not scrambling when you finally get your first coach. That would be my advice. And basically, just whatever you see that your coach does or has in their files or their albums, just replicate that. Follow your coach's checklist, track your business, hit Success Club 5 by helping 3 people every month get a challenge pack. Set your goals, be a go-getter, and believe in yourself. There are trackers in our coach handbook and in the albums of the Growing Emeralds group. So you can see that there's a week 1, month 1, and month 2 to 3 tracker or checklist that you can do. And there's a daily tracker that I use that's also there. And make sure that you are acting as though you are the coach that you wish you had. So when you think about what you wish your coach would have done for you or did for you or has done for you, make sure that you're doing those same things. Set those goals, listen to your coach's advice, behave like a top coach, and have the actions of a top coach, which means that you're a go-getter and you're going for the top. So the ranks that you'll hear about, first of all, are Emerald and Diamond. Emerald is basically just having 2 coaches that you personally signed up underneath you. And Diamond is having 8 coaches underneath you that you personally signed up, and 2 in which have gone Emerald, 1 on each side. That's just a very blanket gist of it. All right, so being a go-getter means that you can become an inspiration to others, a person that influences others' lives, but to live healthier. So just sharing your journey, being a leader, becoming, a top coach, becoming a diamond coach, going for Star Diamond, Success Club Legend, a full-time coach, making a six-figure income. Those are all things you can become. Those are all things that you can do by becoming a coach. And all you need to do is start setting those goals and go for whatever inspires you and whatever drives you. So if you want to be a top coach, talk to your coach so you can set those goals. If you want to have a full-time income, talk to your coach so you can set those goals. If your goal is to be an inspiration and change lives, talk to your coach. Set up that one-on-one call so that way you can talk about how to get there and how to do those things. A go-getter is someone that takes action and does the behaviors consistently, joins trainings, seeks more information on their own through YouTube, Google, coaching training pages, their team pages, and collaborating with other coaches, joins team calls, has patience, humility, and won't back down from the bumps in the road. And last but not least, believe in yourself. This is so important, you guys. I'm telling you, I'm serious. This is so important. So many people make this mistake. They don't believe that they can be successful, and they don't believe that they can go to the top. But I'm telling you, when you believe and you go for it, you can do anything you put your mind to. So here is what I want you to do. Okay. I want you to go look at your coach's personally sponsored page. Can you do that? Absolutely you can. You can make that. I want you to go there and say, you know, could I make this myself? Heck yes, you can. Can I take that information and can I apply that to my business? Heck yes, I can. Can I use what my coach does and do the same thing so I can become that coach too? Heck yes, you can. I want you to look in the big team page. And I want you to say, okay, in here, what kind of information can I take from this big team page? How can I use this information here to be, you know, more confident as a coach, be more successful as a coach? What in here can help me? I know on our big team page, that's where I share all of our team calls. I share our calendar, opportunities for sneak peeks. What in there can you use? Lots of things. You can join those sneak peeks. You can join those calls. They're all packed with information that can help you drive your business forward. I want you to look in the Growing Emeralds or Digging for Diamonds group because they are jam-packed with information. They're absolutely packed with information. I have poured everything that's ever helped me into there, and so many other coaches have been pouring stuff in there too. So don't forget to use those. Those are huge resources for you. When you have a question, ask in there. Those are great places to ask questions. Look in your uplines training group or their blog. So if your coach has a training group or a blog, or if they don't have one yet, ask them if there's one for them to join. Guaranteed their upline has one or their upline's upline has one. If your coach doesn't know, reach out to your upline. On your online office, it actually says who your Star Diamond coach is. Reach out to them and say, hey, what do you have going on for training? If they don't respond, find out who you can ask. Ask someone else in the Growing Emeralds group. Ask another coach if you can join something that they're doing. Whatever it might be, you need to be active and say, I need to go for this. I need to find this information so I can get started. Next, you can search in your training groups that you've been in. So if you were in a group before and it's over, look in there. There's so much information. Look what people have been asking, because the responses to their questions are going to be like gold. They're going to be great answers so they can help you move your business forward. Personally, I pretty much go to YouTube for everything. I type in every single question I ever had with Beachbody, and I just add the word Beachbody, and that tag alone just brings you up to all those coaches' videos. And I just go for it in there, and I find all my answers to my questions usually there. And I Google it, and then if you actually go into your online office, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and there's a little thing that says FAQs. You can type any Beachbody related question into the FAQs, and you'll get awesome answers there. And you can also actually go into live chat through your online office, and you can talk to someone from Beachbody, from Coach Relations, and ask them those questions as well. And then last but not least, post those questions in Growing Emeralds or Digging for Diamonds, and that way all the other coaches can help support you and answer your questions. And lastly, ask your coach for help. All right, so being a successful coach is not a destination, it is a journey. Don't forget that. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not something that you can do overnight. It's something that you're working at. You're working on you as you're working on your business. You can't do the business without the fitness, and you can't do the fitness without the business. So it's a journey, and you need to remember, just like your fitness journey and your health, your business will have the same kind of journey. As leaders, we want you to fly. We want you to feel equipped and supported. So that's why we have calls. We have opportunities for one-on-one calls, and we do things like handbooks and training so that way you can join. If you aren't joining groups, then you're going to be missing out on so much information that could truly help you. So make sure you're taking advantage of those things. So if you have any questions, make sure that you ask in the groups. I'm going to hop on over to look to see if there's any questions here. And if not, oh, all right. All right, so that's okay, Tammy. All right, so make sure you just ask lots of questions. You know, I've done other training calls. I've done other calls where new coach calls. You can look on my YouTube page. And you can actually go and listen to other new coach calls, other training pages, anything like that, and I can help you there. If the videos are too long, don't worry. Go to my training blog. If you just go type into Google, Kelsey Baczynski, click on my blog spot, and then hover your mouse over top of Become a Boss, and then a little drop-down menu will happen, and it says Coach Training. Click there. It'll take you to your training page, and go to Coach Basics. Go through those lessons there. There's so many short videos in there for each topic, and you'll see there's all these lessons. There's 17 lessons. That will help you walk through and answer all of your questions as well. So I hope this has helped. I know it went long, and I ran or my computer died and things happened. So hopefully that helped. Make sure you ask any questions you have in the group, or ask your upline, or reach out to me, or whatever it may be, and make sure that you just dive in. Bye, guys.